Can you hear my bird background?
I just pressed record and it totally cut your voice off. What'd you say, sir?
Can you hear the birds in the background?
I
They're
cannot.
so loud. No? Good.
I don't want my computer to loop audio into yours, so I can't hear anything. So
No problem. All right, people are still jumping in, which is awesome. One by one, I see it jumping.
Mhm.
All right, share screen. And we are... Oh, lost my mouse. 1 second, guys. Sorry.
The white background.
Can you see that, Michelle?
Yeah, I can see.
Awesome. All right, guys, we are going to get rocking right now. So we got 32 participants on. Welcome. We're very excited to get back into the gym. So the great news that we can reopen and get you guys back in. I know a lot of you have been chomping at the bit to move some weight, get sweaty together, and see everyone. I know that's been on a lot of phone calls with most of you and text conversations and whatnot, and everyone is definitely waiting. So we'll cover what the stages mean for us and how this will all transpire and what it means. This isn't our first rodeo, so luckily we can kind of flip a switch and get everything going, which is good for everyone. So stage one will happen this Friday, as most of you know. And what does this mean for CFNAC? So one thing, Michelle, can you see the faces on the side? Is it showing that, or is it just showing the full PowerPoint here?
I see you. I see
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't on my screen. It's chopping off the words. I want to make sure that everyone can read that.
Oh, no. There.
Okay, so for stage one, not too much change from the previous times. I haven't seen any changes in the rules from the last time that we were actually outside. I want to say in the fall. So the limit is 10 participants. That doesn't include the coach. So we'll have 10 people class maxes like before. We're sticking with the 60-minute class duration. This will include the setup and cleanup with the 15-minute buffer in between the classes. Programming will be based off of level method, and CrossFit conditioning will be Yaja kicking your butts as usual. There'll be some slight modifications for the outdoors as we did in the past. So we can't do things like pull-ups, we can't do wall balls, can't do handstand push-ups. So things like that we will be able to implement back in once we are back inside, which is good news for when stage 3 starts. One thing I want to point out with that is some of you haven't been able to work out or haven't been pushing yourself. So just be smart for the first 2 weeks. Don't try to set records. Don't try to lift max weights. Just get your body moving again. You're gonna be sore. You're gonna be feeling it. So just be smart and just make sure that you're able to come back the next day and the next day after that and feel good. Reservation system is pretty much identical. We're not making any changes there, so it definitely is required. Especially with the 10-person limits and the restrictions on classes. We've tried to jam this schedule as much as we possibly can to give everyone as many options as they can to sign into classes. So it's the 48-hour window there. We're sticking with that going forward. There are going to be things that we tinker with depending on what we are allowed to do. So we're going to have changes through the schedule going forward, but when we have a 7-day window out, it doesn't allow us enough time to make those changes once the government releases those rules. So that's why we're sticking with the 48-hour window. No shows and late cancellations. So if you cancel within the 1 hour, this will count as a no-show. It doesn't give the person on the wait list or whoever to get into class on time. So that will be subject to the $20 donation that will be given to a charity. That's something that we will be following up with people a little more diligently. There were people that weren't showing up for class, and then we would charge their account, and it was a discrepancy. So we're going to be very diligent. Trish is going to stay on top of it. So if there is any no-show, we will be in touch with you in the couple days following that just to confirm it. And again, 100% of those proceeds will be donated to charity. We don't see a dollar of it. We donated the first lump sum there to the Asperger Society with Sean, and we'll figure out where that goes in the future once we have our board created there. Which we'll talk about later. Zoom classes will continue. So that was some of the questions that we received through email. We're going to keep that available to everyone. It will match the Aurora schedule for the CrossFit and the conditioning classes. So we're not going to be doing Ollie on Zoom or anything. The classes will not go on if no one is reserved on Zen 1 hour before. So you need to make sure to reserve. The coach will look if it's 1 hour or less into coming up to that class and no one signed up, that computer will not be turned on and there will be no Zoom class. So don't expect it to be there unless you are fully signed up. Because I know right now people do just jump on, which is fine, but going forward that will change. Next, equipment and recall. We had some today. So just to confirm, if you didn't get your email, I will be in Aurora tomorrow night from 6 to 7 p.m. for those of you that got equipment from Aurora, and Trisha will be in Newmarket tomorrow night from 5 to 7. If that doesn't work for you, please reach out to Trisha and she will arrange a time. We'll figure out over the next couple days and whatnot, because this is kind of sprung on everyone, so we understand. New members. So there are people that are probably on this that aren't current members, so welcome. We're going to limit the onboarding for kind of restricted in many capacities. So if you're on the wait list right now, you are a priority. And if you have friends that want to jump onto that, definitely let them know to reach out as soon as possible so they can kind of get into that pipeline and get started as soon as they can. So they're not limited and we have to tell them to wait to actually get started with us. Contact us through the website. If we don't have communication with you yet and you're watching this, you can directly reach out to us through the website, and Trisha will definitely reach out to you tomorrow to get the information to you of what the options are and how to get started with us. Total offerings. So we're proud that we have tons of options for you guys. That's one of the reasons that people do come to us. We have the 5:30 a.m. We have the late classes, 7 days a week, 2 locations, all of that kind of stuff. And we try to make sure that it's accessible to you. We don't want excuses so that you can't come in because it doesn't fit your schedule. So what we're offering right now with reopening, we have 62 CrossFit classes, 18 conditioning, between Sunday Fun Day and Olympic lifting, 4 options there. We're still actually with everything. It's 40 Zoom classes, kids classes. That's supposed to say 4, not 40. That's a typo on my end. And open gym, we have 31 slots. So it's actually more than 31 hours of open gym time, but 31 slots. So tons and tons of options to get you guys in. We know there are still going to be some options. I already noticed like 6 a.m. on Friday is already full. I'm not surprised there, but definitely get your reservations in, and hopefully in the near future, we can bump up that class limit to not just be 10, and we can hopefully condense those classes to be a little bit closer as well. So that way we can fit more into the schedule. So class schedules, this will be on our website. It's being updated probably tomorrow morning. I sent it out to the web developer so you can peek there, as well as Zen Planner is the most accurate representation of what our schedule is. So Aurora is right here. Newmarket, full 7 days a week, full schedule from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. class and everything in between. Zoom classes, again, mimicking the Aurora schedule for everything but the Ollie and the kids. Class schedules, so we will hopefully try to limit this as much as we can, but the goal is that we are going to have revisions and they're going to be good revisions. So we need to look at the schedule. If things are getting too crazy, we need to make sure that we can add even more options if it needs to happen. You guys know in the past, we've added more classes on Sundays, more classes on Saturdays, whatever it is. We want to make sure that you can get in. If there's times where nobody's coming, we also have to do the opposite, because there's no point in staffing an empty class every time that happens. So we'll look at the schedule and make those tweaks going forward. For right now, I know this is a question we've had in the past. We're going to limit 1 class per day. So no back-to-back classes, no coming in the morning, coming to conditioning later, whatever it is. It's just because we need to allow all the members to have access to the facility, and it's not fair to others if you're coming to 2, I've seen even 3 classes in a day, especially coming back into things. So please limit that. We will keep an eye on it, excluding open gym. So if you want to do open gym, that does not count as one of the classes in a sense. It counts as a class, but it won't count as your limit for the day. So if you have an unlimited membership and you wanted to stay after or come early, you can do that. That's fine. But you can't do back-to-back like CrossFit followed by conditioning or CrossFit followed by Ollie. You have to pick and choose right now until we get to a later stage where we can open that up for everyone. Outdoor workouts. So the tent went up in Aurora today. We got a way bigger tent than last time, more room, more space, more fun. Right now in Newmarket, we're hoping in the next couple of days. We got 2 of the 3 locates back this morning. We're just waiting on one final locate because they put the spikes in the ground and we don't want to hit anything. So once we have those locates, we can get everything set up in the back. So what we're doing is a 15 by 45 tent. So it's it's pretty much the whole back end, but it's not as wide. So you'll have lots more space than last time. Last time, thanks to the Landers for loaning us the tent, which was awesome. But this will be a little bit bigger of a tent and more. I don't want to say professional, but in a sense, that's what we're going through a full rental company to do this. So we'll have those set up really soon in Newmarket. What equipment will be used outdoors? Pretty much everything that we have that can go outdoors, rowers, bikes, you name it. It's all going to be part of the programming. We can't use wall balls, obviously, because there's not walls everywhere. Like in Aurora, we don't have that opportunity. Plus, you can't use it on the brick or it'll ruin the leather. But anything else, pretty much bars, racks, you name it. You guys know the drill, what we did in the past. Come prepared to be outside. It is hot. It is sunny. There's going to be times in the day, but you need to be prepared. Bring water, bring a towel, bring a mat if you have one. That's important as well, guys. So we aren't able to bring out the mats like we were before. So if you have a yoga mat or something that you put your hands on if we're doing burpees or something like that, please prepare ahead of time. There will obviously be a ton of shaded area because of the tents, but if you want something for your hands, we can do that. I know in the past people use those little foam mats that we have, like the gardening pads. That's an option as well. We can't use the black mats because they will get ruined outside. So please don't drag those outside and use them. They'll just get shredded to pieces in a minute. So kids coming to class, I know this was a big question that we had in the past and we want to address it because it's important. That's sometimes something that people can't actually come to class because they don't have childcare. If you are completely fine with your kids sitting in the shade on their iPad doing their thing and they're not going to interrupt the class in any capacity, then by all means bring them. They unfortunately can't sit inside right now at this time, so that's kind of out of the equation. But there is space off to the side where a kid can hang out if they're self-sufficient, we'll say. So we'll leave that up to you to understand that and hopefully respect the other members. But if your kid's constantly coming and into the class, we need to be cognizant of the fact there's other people trying to learn from the coach and whatnot. So you guys make that decision, and if you want to bring them, by all means. But please make sure that they are shaded and not melting in the sun. Parking. So Newmarket, we can't park at Newmarket right now, and either in the front or the back. The front is kind of reserved for the physio patients. And we won't have any parking in the back because of our neighbors. They need to be able to loop around the tent. So please park on Journey's End Circle and walk on over. You can kind of cut through. The old OGs on this chat will know the old parking lot where our first location is, but there's a building on Journey's End. If you actually go right to the end of the court, you can just walk through the parking lot there, and it's actually a faster route to get to our location instead of walking all the way around. Aurora is completely normal for parking, just wherever you want, and at the side of the building or in front of our location, you'll be good to go. Physiotherapy, as most of you know, has been running full tilt since we were allowed as regulated professionals, which is awesome. So that's running at full capacity. We have space for new and existing clients to come back if you wanted to get back in. You can book through with either Jen, Steph, or Shannon through our websites to see their availability and get booked in there. So we have options for assessments with them if there's something nagging you, as well as physiotherapy exercise sessions, which is working with a coach and side by side with the physio to figure out a plan to kind of get you going there. If you have any questions on that, let us know, and we'd love to get you started on that. Michelle, I'm going to pass this off to you, and we'll go from there.
We have 3 questions right now, Abush, that are all to do with what you just asked. So let's just answer those right now.
Cool. Okay.
Someone is asking about, can we do outdoor classes and then go directly into the gym for an hour for open gym? Open gym will still be outside. There's nothing that's inside. And I will talk about what's going to be inside a little bit later for the Disability Act. But everything that the members are doing, open gym, CrossFit, conditioning, and Ollie class will all still be outside. And what was the other question? We want to see notes. Can we do outside? Oh, that's it. Then the last one was from Joanne about the CrossFit Lite. CrossFit Lite is not finished, so Shelby will be reaching out to you guys to start CrossFit Light back up.
Can you pull up
But
the Q&A?
again, you guys have to be able to go
There was a
underneath
bunch
the
there.
Disability Act, which I'm going to talk about right now. So let's pull up the Disability Act. Hey, Bush.
Alrighty, yeah, 1 second. Share screen. There we go.
And then you're still pinned, Bush.
Oh. I'm gonna pin you.
I wish
there you go.
But it would be kind of weird if I'm talking and they're just staring at you.
There you go. So this is just the actual regulation, guys. It's
So this doesn't actually mean anything. The Disability Act is something that the government brought out February 5th. So it basically just lets us be able to train people in the building with any kind of disability. So anybody who's working with a mental disability or a mental health disability, if you have anxiety, if you're depression, or there's an actual diagnosis for mental health, even if you have some shoulder problems, your doctor thinks that you've been working on your computer too much and you just really need to get out and you need to go out into the gym, whatever it is, it's all considered to be under the Disability Act, meaning that we are allowed to provide a service to you to help you get physically able again. So all you have to do is reach out to us if you guys feel like you really need to get back into the gym and that it would help your well-being. All you need to do is get a note from either like your massage therapist, from a physiotherapist, from your chiropractor, from your doctor, from your therapist. Any registered healthcare professional can give you a note, and we've got the prerequisites for the note if you want it to make it super easy. If you don't really know somebody that can get you this note, then again, reach out to us and we'll be able to help you figure out who can get you a note. And then you just have to sign a waiver with us and you guys can come in and do some personal training with us in the gym. Everything else besides the Disability Act stuff, those are the only two things that are still allowed into the gym right now. Everything else will be outside right now. So again, if you have more questions, just email us, or all of our stuff. Ryan or Michelle or Trisha can answer any questions about the Disability Act. Let's go to the next one. Perfect. So stage 2, which I hope will come sooner than they say, but they say that we're going to be in stage 1 for at least 21 days. So that's why we chose to get bigger tents this time. Newmarket's got an actual tent that's going to be nailed into the ground this time. So that will be a lot better to keep you guys safer through these hot summer days. But that will be 21 days after this. And so far, we don't see any changes to stage 2. Stage 2 still has us outside training. So we don't know how long that's going to go on. But all of the numbers we've way surpassed so far. We're actually, I think, Ryan, you said we're at stage 3 already, technically, but
for
the government, for the first dose. So hopefully we cross our fingers that we all just stay positive like we always do, and it will be sooner than later. Next slide. So for stage 3, it all goes back inside. So we've done this before. The indoor is still going to be limited to the 10-person classes. The programming, we get to go right back to gymnastics in full level method mode. We'll be phasing out some of the Zoom classes, but we will still keep the main ones going for the foreseeable future. And then full membership onboarding, everybody's going to be coming in like normal. The showers and stuff right now are still closed to everyone. Just the washrooms are open. Okay. Stage 4, return to normal. I think that one's like self-explanatory. We just had to put in there because you just need to say it lots. Okay, so we had one question about vaccinations. I'm just going to read this like it says right now. Proof of vaccination will not be required to return to the gym, nor will we ever ask that question of anyone entering our facilities. We will maintain our health and safety protocols that we've always had in place which resulted with 0 known COVID transmissions. Nothing will change until we can lift some protocols based on the government mandates. Now that vast majority of the population has received their first dose, it takes make it safer, but at the same time has no effect on how we conduct our business. So our what we want to do is just keep everything exactly how we did it before. The cleaning procedures are going to be the exact same. Social distancing will be the exact same, everything. And I feel like we are going to be as safe as ever. If you got your vaccination, awesome. If you didn't, awesome too. It's totally your choice. And we want to provide you guys with the freedom of whatever you want to do. We know that the safest environment for you guys, no matter what. So we have no quarries with that. Next. Donut WOD this Friday. So this was pretty cool. I know that a lot of us have suffered from some mental health issues over these past lockdowns, and I've been striving to figure out some kind of mental health charity. So once we came up with this Donut WOD, don't give up. The first part of it's going to be this Friday. We've got some coaches that are going to throw down together. So basically they're going to do a round of, I forget the programming that they're going to do, but maybe it will be a surprise. They have to eat a donut and then do a round of the exercises, eat another donut, do a round of the exercises as fast as they can. So it gets pretty funny to watch them try to eat and go all out. I do believe they have to run too, so that will be fun. And then Lauren's donuts are amazing. But all of that money that we raised for this WOD will go to York Region Mental Health for our walk, run, and roll event, which will be awesome. So you guys can totally sign in just to come and say hello, watch the coaches duke it out. I think Ernesto and Abush are first up to duke it out. So I think that will be pretty funny. And then once we watch them do it, then all of the members are going to join in and do it together. So just come out and come watch. There is a donation page that you guys can just donate straight money to if you didn't get to join the Donut WOD. That will release a little later. Shelby's put it up a couple times already, but we'll put it up again. That's at 6:20 tomorrow night or Friday night. Charity golf tournament. So Ryan's been working hard. He really wanted to get a golf tournament out to you guys for a few years now. So this is the year that it's going to happen. We haven't picked the charity yet that we want to go to, but save the date. It's going to be September 21st at Caring Place in King City. More information to come, but it's going to be a blast.
One question I've been asked a lot about, I know I'm not being on the screen right now, but is it open to everyone? Yes. So if you have friends that want to come, family members, it is literally open to everyone. We want to make it as big as possible. It was supposed to be like a week or two from now, and with everything going on, I pushed the date to later in the summer. So hopefully we can get more people on board, and the weather will be a little nicer then. But anyways, throwing it out there, and it'll be the first annual. I want to get this going every year, and then we got a lot of golfers or new golfers. You just don't want to see Ernie golf because it's embarrassing. That's all.
I've heard the same about you too, Abush.
Not anymore.
Summer camps. Our summer camps are back. I'm super excited because we have a kick-ass camp leader this year. So we have her on right now, Andy. She's going to come on and introduce herself, let you guys know a little bit about her background and what she hopes to get out of these camps. But we're super excited to be able to bring those back. Where is Miss Andy?
All right, Andy, you are on. Here. Can you share your screen?
I can't because you are. Oh, no, I can. Hold on.
Bingo. There we go.
There we go.
Welcome, Andy, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Give me 30 seconds. Okay. Thumbs up, you can see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. If we haven't met before, I'm Andy. I have been a member for almost 2 years now, but also work front desk. So if you're in Newmarket on the weekends, I've probably seen you and talked to you at some point. But something you might not know is I'm also a full-time teacher. So I teach grades 7, 9, and 11. And I've also been a camp director for the last 8 summers and worked camp for the last 13 summers, which is kind of wild. And this year I'm super excited because I'm tackling a little bit of a new challenge of camp at CFNAC. So we're going to be offering 3 weeks of summer camp out of the Aurora location. So you can see the weeks in front of you, July 19th, July 26th, and August 9th. If you're someone who've reached out to me previously, you'll see that one of the weeks have switched, and that's because school wasn't over yet. So new week added in there in July. And so price, you can see there, it's going to be $275 a week. And it's offered for those 10 to 14. So we're actually targeting a little bit of an older crowd just to really get our teens and preteens back out there getting active and doing some fitness. So what we're looking to do is a good range of fitness, but also goal setting, mindset, nutrition, anatomy, like a little bit of education in with the sports and fitness and finding a good balance between that. What's nice for camps is we're allowed inside. So it's not going to be all outdoors. There's going to be some indoor components for us. So that is something that we'll be looking forward to and getting them back out there. The kids do not need to be members at CFNAC in order to take part. So anyone is welcome. Bring your friends, anyone. We would love to have them. So 10 to 14 years old. And I think that's it from me. You can kind of see a typical day in front of you, what to bring. But if there's any questions in the meantime, stop me, reach out to me, email info at CrossFit New Market Central, and we'll get back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy. If you want to unshare, we'll have a bunch. I'll wait till she's unshare, and then I'll start talking so you can actually see me.
I don't know how. Just give me 30 seconds.
Oh.
Stop sharing. Okay, we're good.
There we go. Awesome. Where are we? I guess I'm pinned. There we go. So we're going to have more information coming out on how you guys can actually sign up in the next couple of days. We just didn't want to bombard our social media. We have a lot going on and a lot of changes happening. So that will be coming down the pipeline very shortly, guys. So just stay tuned if you're interested. And if you want any more information, we can get that to you. Let me get back to the slideshow. We are almost done, guys. So hang in there. Thanks for making it this far. So share my screen.
Some people are asking if the golf tournament's going to be best ball.
Honestly, details have not been dialed in. There's a reason for that because of what stage we're in. I don't know what to do, and I've talked to the head pro at the club. I see him, and I'm trying to figure out the best options for us. If we were to run it when I originally planned, we couldn't have done it a specific way because of COVID guidelines. So once we get a little bit down the pipe, like kind of more near July, I'm going to have the full details of how we're going to run it, but it'll probably be more best ball and more fun, more for every level, beginners, that kind of thing. It's just, he was saying that certain tournaments they're running, they're having a ton of restrictions because of gathering limits and whatnot. So I'll have all that full information, but I know so many people have already asked me, they want to sign up and they want to bring their friends. So either way, it'll be a great time, and hopefully we can actually have the food and the full experience. That's the plan. So priorities going forward, let me just pop this full screen here, guys. We want to be able to communicate with you guys as changes happen. Now, we don't have access to information earlier than anyone. Once it's released to you guys, it's released to us. So once we get that information, we can then act on it and make the changes necessary to better the facility, open things up more widely with classes, or whatever needs to change. So bear with us when those things come down, and we'll get it out to you as soon as we can. We're super optimistic at this point, and I think most of you guys are as well, like with the open, close, and the vaccinations at the point they are, the numbers where they are. We think that I am always way too optimistic, and it's bit me in the ass, but that we're going to be open going forward, and just open. There's no more closing going forward. That's the plan. And the main thing is making sure that you guys have a safe and welcoming environment. This is your safe place. I call it your third place. So you have your work, you have your home, and you have your third place. So this is what we want as like a big community and as a family, that you come to our space and you feel welcomed and you want and to come and you're excited to come. It's not just for your physical health anymore. It's definitely for your mental health. And we've seen that over the past year and a half, and how it's been a struggle for a lot of people, and how they need this in their life. And we want to be able to provide that for you guys. And that's our main goal at CFNAC. So next thing is the Q&A. So I'm going to open it up to the bottom there. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then we can take questions. If there's anything anyone wants to ask, have at it in the Q&A section, guys.
So there's one question in the chat.
Okay.
And it's from Jenny, just asking about the members board. So yes, we will still have the members board, and they will be the ones that direct us on which charities that we will run and do all of that. And we ask some of our main questions that we really want to know members' feedback. So we will announce who's going to be on the members board. We already have it going, so we just have to make sure that we reconnect with everybody on the members board and make sure they still want to be on there. And then you guys as members can always reach out to them, ask them questions, and then they can bring it up in the meetings and stuff. But yes, 100%, the members board is still on.
Yeah, just to clarify on that for people that don't know what that even is, Neil, before he left to go down to the States for the rugby team, had pretty much had it already done, ready to go, and then we got shut down. So we had, oh, my internet is unstable, so hopefully you guys can see me still and hear me. We had reached out to some members who are very active in the community, and we want them to make decisions for things like charities and events and all that kind of stuff, so that we can better the community as a whole. And we look for feedback from we'll say these influential members in the community that are active. So that's what it is. And we'll release who they are and what the details are. So just stay tuned for that. Now that we're open, we're planning on getting that dialed in. If there's, we'll give you guys another 30 seconds, I guess. If there's no other questions, like, oh, there we go. Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
Do I actually need to join the online team? Where's my posted pic on Facebook? See, I believe that's all you need to do, Rosa. Like when I signed up, you pay, you get your shirt. So if you can do it, fantastic. Like the question, sorry, I'm like reading it, so I'm not sure if everyone can do this. She signed up for the member donut wad. Does she actually need to join the online team, or is my donation posted pic on Facebook CFNAC feed enough to participate? My answer is that you've done what you need to do. If you can jump in and do it, fantastic. But Shelby can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're good to go.
Yeah, you are.
Ambrosio asked, can we get a Bush to admit that the Leafs are a horrible team? I knew that was coming. He had it in the chat earlier. Whatever. Leave me alone.
Grace,
awesome. Oh, Grace. Sorry, I have this down here. I didn't even see that. Michelle, can you see that?
Yep. Do you want me to read that? If I book a WOD class and the next conditioning class isn't full, can I join the next class? I say yes.
Yeah.
If you have unlimited membership, you still need to sign up for that class last minute, so that we have record, because it's all about contact tracing as well. If you do a class, then we just have to have record that you're in that class no matter what. If they end up being back to back because the class isn't full, then you are lucky. But just make sure that you sign up for that class.
Yeah, and we're aware that's a loophole that people will exploit, but that's fine. If you're getting more fitness in their space,
full,
have at it.
Yeah,
have at it.
I need to give everybody at least one shot to get into the class before everybody double and triple books. So I think that's fair.
Absolutely. And no one can catch Grace, as we know, on her Whoop score. If anyone knows what that is, she always beats me. All right, guys, we'll cap it.
There's
right
more.
There.
Abush in the chat.
I got the Q&A only. Sorry.
Yeah, there's in the chat. This one. Has there ever been any demand for late night classes after 8 on weeknights or afternoon on weekends? No. Nope. Our 8 p.m. class only usually has like maybe 4 to 7 people max. Like I don't think it's ever even been that many people. So we've never had that question. And late afternoon on weekends, it hasn't been a huge demand. Everybody likes that 10:45 class that gets them in late morning. We will throw back in we had open gym on Sundays in Newmarket. Later, I think it ran till like 2 o'clock or something. But right now, we just have to keep everything where it's at. And if we get more demand for that, then we'll open it back up later. I think Grace meant Tina. Any thoughts on bringing conditioning into early morning classes? Aurora, going to miss those HIIT style WODs. I don't remember exactly what our schedule is for early morning. Like, do you mean the 5:30 a.m. classes and 6 a.m. classes? Because those will always be CrossFit no matter what. For that was Aurora.
So I'm gonna, oh, go ahead, Michelle. Sorry, no.
I was gonna say, I think we had like an alternating day on conditioning and stuff before. We're gonna hit out CrossFit right now and see how it goes. And then if the demand is to go back to some conditioning classes in the morning for Aurora, we can. But I don't see it happening in Newmarket. My Newmarket crew is pretty straightforward CrossFit where that schedule is, but I know Aurora's crew likes conditioning a little bit more. So we will talk about it, but right now it's going to stay as is.
And add more context to that, just so people understand how we do determine what classes. Sorry, my neighbor's like honking away on some machinery. Sorry if you can hear that. How we determine what classes are in the schedule is when we actually have the ability to have back-to-back classes in the mid-morning. So when we had the 8:30, 9:30, we would have that conditioning class, and we would have the CrossFit class as the option. Right now, because of the way that we're restricted with the 15-minute gaps there, we can't do that. So when we have the ability to add more classes to the schedule, when we can start compressing them and have back-to-back classes, then that will be an opportunity, Tina, and stuff like that. When we get the requests, we'll definitely act on those.
And then
is there any other questions?
Mark wants to know about mobility classes again. We do not have mobility classes scheduled in the foreseeable future right now because of COVID. With the 15-minute time blocks and stuff that we have to put, it eats up a lot of the time allotted for extra classes and stuff. And I would literally have to take out a CrossFit class for that. And because you guys don't get very many classes right now as it is with lockdown and stuff like that, we will not be putting up a mobility class right now.
Any other Q&As, guys? I don't see any. Tina, okay, thanks. Okay. I think that's it, guys. Oh, there's something in the chat. Sorry, guys, if you have questions, throw them in the Q&A. I missed this. Sorry, Joanne. Didn't see this. Will the Saturday class this week as partner WOD still be on, or are you we're reprogramming? Shelby's going to do that tomorrow. So whatever you guys see in Chalk It Pro and almost some things that you see in Zen, Trisha still has to do a ton of changes. And this goes back to my earlier comment about the 7-day gap and the 48-hour. There's so much back-end work that has to happen. So kind of ignore what's there right now. And it's going to be completely altered to outdoor programming and all that kind of stuff. So don't even look at it yet. It's not reflective of what we're actually doing. It could completely change because we have to make those changes.
Roses put any chance Aurora 6:30 CrossFit and conditioning will flip? I don't really understand that question. Do you?
Yeah, not at the start, Rosa. We're gonna leave this as is probably for the first 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll see attendance. We get these one-off requests or one-off questions, and then we make the change, and then we get the exact opposite request, and then we keep flip-flopping. So we'll see how attendance goes, and leave the schedule as is, and we can make changes as time goes on. But we're gonna leave that as a mainstay and just make the decision as time goes on. Brenda.
Russell, no, you missed 2 questions. Jenny Russell wants to know about the core blast and stretch. Correct. That's gone. For right now, we are just going back to CrossFit and conditioning classes for right now. For the core blast and stretch, it was more of something that was a little different to keep you guys occupied during the lockdown that you needed a little bit of like silliness and fun, something super hard, but then relaxed after it. But right now we want to get people back to their strength training and their conditioning and back to normal programming. And then the last one, Brenda.
Sorry, Brenda. Yes, it will. Give us a couple of days just to kind of get up to speed, but it will be reflective of the 48-hour window. Mark Savin, if you're having issues with Zen Planner, that might be specific to your Zen. So if you can reach out to Trisha, she'll sort it out to you for you right away. I'm not sure. I haven't heard any other things. So usually when there's mass outages, we get tons of messages and tons of emails. And then we let everyone know, but I haven't heard anything. So it might be something on your end. So just give her a quick email and she'll get it sorted out for you.
7:45, Rose is asking about conditioning. I think that's
no, that was the same question.
Yeah. So
yeah, I already.
7:45, Aurora was conditioning, is it not?
It is. She was asking to flip it.
Oh, she wants CrossFit.
Well, I think that
she's asking. Okay.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk, Rosa.
We got you, Rosa. All right, guys, we're gonna leave it there. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot us an email. But we are extremely excited to see everyone in person. It's been way too long. This has probably been the shortest lockdown of all things, but it seems way too long. So we'll be back in action Friday morning. Again, tent in Newmarket will be up ASAP. Once we get that locate in, the guy's got the tent ready to go, and he'll be over installing it. Other than that, we'll see you soon. Michelle, anything you want to add?
No, I'm so excited to have everybody back. That's it. Too excited.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys, and have a great night. We'll see you all in person soon. Okay. Bye.
Bye.